Alan D9J Sports. We're right back at it with another show. We've got a good one lined up for you tonight. We're going to talk about Jake Paul getting an opportunity to step into the ring with Anthony Joshua. And I'm going to tell you how it's disrespectful not only to boxing, but the sports community in general. Sit back, relax, and let's jump right into this thing. Well, it's disrespectful as far as I'm concerned because in every sport, you have to work your way up. In boxing, you have to work your way up from an amateur. You have to fight a lot of fights to be able to get up to the pro level. Then once you get to the pro level, you have to put your blood, sweat, and tears into it. In every sport, football, you have to start at an early age. Baseball, soccer, any sport that there is, you have to fight. You have to work so hard to get to the level to where you can get to fight, in this case, fight against a champion. But Jake Paul has weaseled his way and clowned his way around, and now he's going to get to fight Anthony Joshua. Well, it's bad for the boxing community because, let's be honest, we know that the only sport out there that we can truly believe in is wrestling. Because we know wrestling is fake. Wrestling puts it in the forefront. We know that wrestling is fake. But in this modern day age where we don't know what's real, what's real, what's not real, what's a catch, what's not a catch, what's a foul, what's not a foul, we don't know. And if Anthony Joshua gets in the ring with Jake Paul and doesn't brutally knock Jake Paul out, then we're going to think, whoa, wait a minute. Because that's what we're looking for. Look, if you are a YouTube fan of Jake Paul and you're just a YouTube person and you believe that Jake Paul has as they say, a puncher's chance to knock out or to beat Anthony Joshua, then you're sadly mistaken. You're sadly mistaken. I can honestly tell you that I think if Anthony Joshua walked up to Jake Paul and had their gloves on, told Jake to just take him a couple of shots, he would not knock him out. He would not knock him out. There are levels to everything. I do mean that there are levels. Now, let's take a look at Anthony Joshua, former heavyweight champion of the world. Let's just be totally honest with ourselves. There really shouldn't be, or really isn't, but probably four guys on the planet, not just on the planet, that lace up the boxing glove that should be able to beat Anthony Joshua in a boxing match. And I'm not talking about Terrence Crawford. He's too damn little. I'm not talking about Shakur Stevens. I'm not talking about Benavidez. None of them could beat Anthony Joshua because they're too small. Now, we know Alexander Usyk. We know who the heavyweight champion of the world. We know that maybe Tyson Fury, somebody like that. But you saw what happened when an MMA guy gets in there and you see what he done to him. He knocked his ass out. He knocked him out. So now you're telling me that Jake Paul was going to get in there. Listen, Anthony Joshua's in a unique position. Anthony Joshua's career over with. I don't know. Some are saying his career is over with because he's taking this. But be clear and honest with yourself now. If you got an opportunity to fight for $20 million, you get your tail in there too. And so do not play with yourself. You would get in there too. And it wouldn't have to be $20 million. Most of us would get in there. If we would get in there if we had some kind of a knowledge of boxing, we'd get in there for $1 million or probably even damn less. But to step in there, Jake Paul's going to step in there with somebody. Jake Paul's overall long-term health is going to be affected. It's going to be affected. Now, when Anthony Joshua comes into the ring, is he going to just carry Jake Paul to 8 or 10 3-minute rounds that they're going to fight? That's not going to bode well because if you're a YouTube sensation, if you like YouTube, then you're hoping that he can make it through the fight. If you're from the boxing community, and I truly mean from the boxing community, you are expecting for Anthony Joshua to right the ship. You're expecting for Anthony Joshua to brutally, not just knock him out, you are expecting for him to brutally, publicly knock Jake Paul out. Let's keep it a buck. You are not looking for him to carry him through the fight. You are looking for him to brutally knock him out and end the clown show with Jake the Fake Paul. For a lot of reasons. And the biggest reason is because how disrespectful Jake Paul has been. Now, if Jake Paul had done all these things and got to the top and he hadn't been disrespectful, maybe it'd be different. But the amount of disrespect that he's shown so many people and so many fighters and shown the sport of boxing, That's why the boxing community wants to see it. They want to see him get brutally knocked out. And if Anthony Joshua doesn't go in there and brutally knock him out, you know right now that we're going to be thinking, man, what the hell? He took a payday. But I do not believe that Anthony Joshua is going to disrespect boxing like that. I believe that Anthony Joshua is going to beat the brakes off of Jake Paul. I'm not talking about to beat the brakes off of a Toyota. I'm not talking about to beat the brakes off of a damn four-wheeler or a motorcycle. I'm talking about beat the brakes off of a damn 18-wheeler. He finna beat the brakes off of Jake Paul. That's what's about to happen. Not good for sports, ladies and gentlemen. Not good for sports. So I'm not going to stay here on long and talk to you about that. I'm just telling you right now, in December, and Anthony Joshua, you better give us what we want. You better give us what we are expecting. This is Alan with D9J Sports. Rat-tat-tat. I'm definitely OU.